Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, gonna be talking about the San Francisco 49ers, as always, doing another top 3 video. This time covering the 3 takeaways that I got from the game against the Los Angeles Chargers that happened yesterday. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was kind of a heartbreak. We lost 27-29, a really close game. You know, CJ Beathard had a pretty good day. Reuben Foster, Fred Warner, George Kittle, they had great days as well. Those are the players that I can think of that had a great day. Also, Exum had a really good day as well, having a pick 6 early on in the game. That was freaking fantastic, but it went down just a little bit. We had a couple of costly turnovers, and the tackling was still not on par. It's still pretty bad. I'll talk about those in a little bit, but 27-29, going 1-3, that's not good because Seattle beat Arizona, and now they're up against us, and the Los Angeles Rams, they're way up against us. They're 4-0. They're a pretty damn good team, so we're gonna have to play them in a couple of weeks. It's gonna be a hard schedule for the rest of the way, although we do have Arizona this week, which is pretty favorable, but other than that, not looking pretty good. We got the Packers, the Rams, and the Cardinals again, I guess. So that's 2 tough games right there. Packers and Rams coming up. Be on the lookout for that. Sucks to lose, but what can you do, right? I'm going to be taking away the games right now. Before I get the video started, as always, please like and subscribe to support my channel. That would definitely help me out a lot. Yeah, let's just get into it. Let's kick some ass. The top 3 takeaways that I got from the game against the Chargers yesterday. Coming in at number 3, I have injuries. Now, these lists might seem similar to other videos, but they're really similar in the sense that injuries have really hampered this team so far this whole season, and this week was no different. Joe Staley got off with an injury, and Dante Pettis went out as well very early on. It's unfortunate. It sucks. We were going to make it through the season, and also we had a scarce with CJ Beathard getting hit really hard on a near 4th down. I think that was the play. I forgot exactly. It was the second half, but he got beat up pretty good. It was very dangerous. A lot of people were very concerned, including myself, and we thought we had to put Nick Mullins in the game. Luckily, Beathard's a tough man. He can deal with it, and he did end up dealing with the rest of the games. Got to give him credit for that. Give him props for standing through that. So pretty cool right there. Injuries, I mean, it's a serious issue for any team in the NFL, but the 49ers, for whatever reason, they're getting injured left and right. I mean, we just lost our quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, for the rest of the season last week against the Kansas City Chiefs in a really freak accident. But hey, what can you do, right? Injuries are part of the game. Today's NFL, it's really easy to get injured than it was in the past, even though people in the past were able to hit hard because of the fact that they were able to practice more often. That's probably why people are getting more injured in every single team, just because you can't really practice as much during the offseason. You're not really getting hit as much, so you're not really getting used to getting hit. Freak accidents. It sucks, but hopefully we can get through the rest of the season without any more significant injuries, and I have no idea what the status is for Pettis and Staley as of this video, but hopefully it's not bad. Injuries, I can't do anything about it, but hopefully we can avoid as much as possible. Coming in at number 2, I have the defense. In this game, I had really mixed reactions with the defense. They had showed some really bright moments. Example, Exum getting a pick 6 against Phillip Rivers of all quarterbacks. That's freaking awesome. I mean, look at the quarterback that we're talking about. Future Hall of Famer, I would think, for Rivers. And to get a pick 6 very early on, freaking amazing. But Rivers was able to catch on against this defense, and it suffered big time after that. Although we had some really good players that standed out, like Reuben Foster and Fred Warner, they were all over the place getting all the tackles. They did a fantastic job. The defensive backs, I don't know, there was kind of mixed reaction as well. Jimmy Ward, I'm going to give him a little bit of credit. He did an alright job in this game, but it'd be nice to have Richard Sherman playing this game as well, because if he would have played, I think that would have made a big difference too, had he not been injured. But hey, what can you do, right? Ward, you know, he kept his own for the most part, but the missed tackles, oh, it's still there. I can't say anything else about that. Oh man, it's pretty stressful for the most part. In 2016 with Jim O'Neil, the problem was the run defense. Now in 2018 with Robert Saleh, it's all about the tackling, and it's fundamental 101. They can't do it for whatever reason, but hopefully, you know, as I said, they can get this figured out. I don't know if they're going to get this figured out because it's 4 weeks into the season and they still haven't figured out how to tackle for the most part. As I said before as well, we have the talent, we just don't know how to execute for the most part. Defense, if I had to give it a grade, I'd probably give it a C-, to be honest with you. I mean, if it was just the first couple of minutes of the game, I'd probably give it an A+, because they did a fantastic job early on, but they collapsed near the end, and yeah, can't do anything about that, and that sucks. And this is what we're going to have to deal with for the rest of the season. Before I get to the number 1 takeaway that I got against the Los Angeles Chargers yesterday, I wanted to do a quick honorable mention / dishonorable mention. For the honorable mention part, going to be mentioning you guys, because you guys did a fantastic job showing up at the StubHub Center bleeding all red. It was nice to see. It was like the Red Sea or something like that. I know it's not the Red Sea literally, but you guys know what I mean. It looked freaking awesome at the StubHub Center. I kind of feel bad for the Chargers because for the most part, they're on the road all the time, because every team that comes by, like the Chiefs or the Broncos or something like that, it's going to be all their their colors and not Charger color. Kind of sucks, you know. They don't really have a big fan base in Los Angeles, to be honest with you. Los Angeles belongs to the Rams, and they're doing a fantastic job right now at the LA Coliseum for the most part. They're winning. That's a really good sign right there. But the Chargers, not having the best luck in Los Angeles. Yeah, you guys did a fantastic job showing up for this game. Although we lost the game, it does suck. But you guys showing up, it just shows the power of Niner faithful. And I wish I could be there with you guys, but unfortunately I can't. It's whatever. But you guys did a fantastic job. I'll give you all props for that. This honorable mention, not pertaining to the 49ers, but going to be pertaining to the kicker for the Chargers. Oh my gosh, what kind of performance was that today? Sometimes they wish they had Robbie Gould or Justin Tucker for the Ravens, because he did a really bad job and he could have cost them this game pretty much. I wish we could have taken advantage of him more, but hey, we had to do more than that. He had an awful day. I think he missed like 2 extra points and a field goal or something like that. It was pretty bad for the most part. Chargers, you better be evaluating your kickers pretty well, because you've had problems with kickers for the past couple of years now, and you need to find someone like Gold or Tucker. There's a tip for you guys. I'm pretty sure y'all know, but you really got to find one soon. Coming in at number 1 as the biggest takeaway that I got against the Los Angeles Chargers yesterday was the offense. Beathard, for the most part, I thought he did a pretty good job, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys can agree with me that he did a great job coming in his first start in 2018 and improving upon 2017. If I had to give a performance grade, I'd probably give it an A, to be honest with you, because of the fact that he's improved big time from 2017. He learned his mistakes were and was able to execute almost at 300 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, one to Kittle, one to Bourne. It was freaking awesome, especially the one against Kittle. That was amazing, and he had some really nice catches. I think there was one to Juszczyk. I think it was in the 3rd quarter. It was a pretty good catch as well. Although we had 2 turnovers in the game, 2 interceptions. Most of it not his fault. I mean, the one to Garrett Selleck in the end zone, that was a missed opportunity right there, because we had a roughing the passer, and to move up that close and to get an interception near there, it had to break our hearts. I can't blame completely all on him, but, you know, just a little bit. I mean, it was really tight coverage, but what can you do, right? He wanted to do something. I will give him credit, as always, with the running to try to get a first down, the really injury scares that we got. He got beat up pretty good by that defensive back or defensive linebacker. I forgot who it was exactly, but he was down for a while, and I thought Nick Mullins had to come in for the game. But, you know, C.J. Beathard's a man. He's an animal, and he would just come back and just play like a man. He's earned my respect so far for this season, and probably last year as well, because he took a big beating. Yeah, I mean, Beathard, he's looking pretty good as a backup quarterback for Garoppolo when he comes back in 2019. I'm really satisfied what he did this game, and I hope he can keep this up, and he should be able to keep this up against the Cardinals, because they are struggling big time right now. Beathard, pretty good performance, pretty good day, although the 2 turnovers, that was kind of a bummer, but what can you do, right? The running game was pretty quiet for the most part. It kind of sucked, but Burrito was injured. Wide receivers, they did an alright job. George Kittle had a pretty good day. I knew he was going to be a breakout star for this season, and he's shown that right now. I love to see progress more for this offense. The defense needs to improve big time. That's probably why we're going to be losing a lot of games this year if they don't change any way, shape, or form on their tackling skills, 101s. Going to keep it like that, you guys. Sucks to lose, but hopefully we can get a W against the Cardinals this week. I'll be making a prediction video for that. Having a lot of videos coming out soon. Hopefully you guys stay tuned to that. Please let me know what your takeaways were for this game against the Chargers. Was it good? Was it bad? Any specifics? Offense, defense, special teams? I don't really care. I love to hear what you guys have to say as always. And if you guys like this, please like and subscribe to support my channel. That would definitely help me out a lot. And I will see you guys another time. So I hope you guys have a nice day, nice weekend, nice whatever. And I'll see you guys probably another time this week. Bye guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your day.